Hello everyone, welcome to Magical Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, a spiritual intuitive and oracle, here with my weekly Moonday Oracle Message, and this is going to be a message for the week of August 10th, 2020, and for the collective good. So before I go into anything further, I'm just going to leave it up a few moments just for people to connect and see that I'm live, and I'm going to take the opportunity to share and let others know I'm alive here. It sounded like I said alive. I'm not. I am alive. Happy Moon Day, Courtney and Rosemaria. Hey, Meredith Love. Welcome, Carmela. Oh, thank you, ladies, for joining. All right, let me see if I can, refresh this page. Hi, Deborah. Hey, Kathleen. Oh, welcome. Oh, there we go. How is everyone? How has your weekend been? How did you feel with this really powerful Lion's Gateway that we experienced on the 8th and all that we talked about last Moon Day? Oh, Meredith, thank you, love. A happy Moon Day, Carmela. Sluggish. Was that for the whole weekend or just for today? You have way too much energy. Oh, can I have some? Can I have some of your energy? Because I had so much energy. I'm going to talk about this in a minute with the forecast. But I had so much energy earlier, and then I got so much done. And then all of a sudden, it was like crash right before Moon Day. And I was like, no. So I'll have to apologize if I seem a little off, because like I said, I am feeling a little tired all of a sudden. Thank you. Oh yeah. Courtney. Okay. I'm done. All right. That's it. Hello, Alexandra. Welcome. I'm just giving it a few moments, letting people connect here. No. Love that. Love the interaction between everybody. Okay, so I'll do the rundown really quickly. For those of you who are new to my page and to Moonday, welcome. Thank you for being here. And those of you who are avid followers and with me and supporting me every week, welcome back. I love you and thank you. How am I? Thank you for asking that. I think I'm really well, considering I just, other than the energy sluggishness that I'm starting to feel, I've actually been really well, and I feel really good, and I'm really full of so much inspiration and magic that feels really good. So I'll talk about that too in a second, but thank you so much for asking me that. So Moon Day, for those of you who are new, what this really is an opportunity for me to utilize my divine abilities, my intuitive abilities, and to pull forth a message for higher guidance for all of us, for the collective, and those who find themselves here, whether you are watching live or whether you're watching on the replay months from now, years from now, you are exactly where you're meant to be, hearing a message of resonance, something that you most need to hear at this exact time. So this message is for the highest and greatest good, again, of all. I utilize my intuitive abilities as well as use oracle cards to assist us in receiving some divine wisdom and guidance to help us get through the energy of the week. So it really gives us that awareness as to what the theme might be, what we most need to know, and then that guidance that goes along with that. So before I do the actual moon day, I do like to talk a little bit about news and announcements. Hello, Liz. And I will get back to everyone's comments. I do see some of you responding to, how you're doing. So I'm going to check in with you in a second. So I do news and announcements for what I have going on here at Magical Me, as well as my sister business Oracles of the Light, and myself and my partners Lindsay and Karen, and what we have going on as well. So I kind of use this as we go back and forth, so the two pages are actually connected. So I like to announce anything that we have going on, and then after that I talk about the energy forecast and really I more so like to call this the empathy forecast, because it's not serious, like it's not really meant to be an astrological forecast or prediction. I talk a little bit about that, a little bit about, what I feel like is going on. So I really like to call it the empathy forecast, because I am an energy sensitive, and I do really do tune in to the collective energy as well as what might be going on astrologically. I tend to notice any shifts and any movement, any change in direction, any major occurrences that are going on. Like last week we talked about the Lion's Gateway that we were experiencing on the 8th, and any full moons, new moons, any of that type of stuff. So I like to really talk about what's going on at this time, what I've been feeling, and it might assist you in what you are experiencing as well. After that, I pull the Moonday message for the week and the card for the week. After that, we pull a Moonday mudra, and I will talk more about what mudras are when we get there, and it's just an opportunity for us to work together and to really facilitate the message and really put get that ball rolling and take our power into our own hands with the energy of this week. So we'll get to that then. So first, I see Carmel says, I cannot sleep through the night, so been feeling really tired. I think we might have touched on it last week as well. A lot of people were experiencing that, where they felt really tired, but they just could not sleep, or having really restless nights. Some people having very vivid, disturbing dreams, intense dreams. And I really do feel like it has to do with the intense amount of light and energy downloads that are really coming in lieu of the Lion's Gate that we talked about that opened up. Or really, it's been opening up for about 2 weeks. It's been opening, but it really reached its full max potential on the 8th of August. So many people are still saying it, so you're not alone, lovely. I tend to have a hard time falling asleep, but when I do, I crash and I'm really out. So yeah, you're not alone. Let's see. Kathleen says as well, several of those nights, as well as lucid dreams. Yeah, and dreams are so important, everybody. You don't have to be, a dream oracle or interpreter to pay attention to your dreams. I think it's important that everybody, especially if you notice it's starting to happen a lot during these big periods of, high energy, keep a notebook by your bed and write down anything that you remember from the dream. That's important. You can then try to sit down with it yourself and look at it from a symbolic perspective. Don't look at it as literal, because 9.5 times out of 10, those dreams are not literal. Really, everybody wants to jump into it's prophetic. Oh no, this is going to happen. And I have to tell you that in my personal experience as a dream oracle, as a dream walker, those are very, very rare. It does not happen very often. It doesn't mean it can't happen, but 9 times out of 10, you're experiencing a symbolic dream that is meant to teach you, that is meant to show you a message, something for you to grasp onto, to apply that message or lesson in waking life. Also, it's just about bringing the awareness to you, because sometimes we are actually doing this work in between realms. In our sleeping state, we are actually astrally traveling interdimensionally. We are multidimensional beings, so we are living out multiple existences at once. So oftentimes you might actually be experiencing these things because it's being healed in that state, if you will. So even if you don't fully understand it, it's something that's happening to heal and release, especially if it feels disturbing. Those are what we call shadow and release dreams. So the oracles and I teach dream interpretation. We also offer dream interpretation sessions. So if you have dreams that you would like help with interpreting, you can reach out to us and we will assist you with that. And then we also have the workshops online that you can learn in your own time, that are pre-recorded, and they actually help you learn how to interpret dreams, how to know the difference between the different types of dreams. So very powerful stuff. If you're interested, you can send me a message or go over to our website, oraclesofthelight.com, and the online courses is where you'll find that. All right. So let's see. All right. Yeah, I think that was all that I missed. Hi, Dawn. Sleeping better during the day. Yeah, I find that at a certain point of time, time when you should be awake, that's when I start to feel the crash and I want to go to sleep. So our cycles are definitely all being kind of recalibrated is the word that I hear. So Dawn says, I almost missed you. Hello, everyone. Oh, well, I'm glad that you did not. I started at 7 today, so I'm still in the beginning. Hello, beautiful Annette. Welcome, lovely. Thank you for being here. You wake up laughing. Oh, that's good. Well, laughing is a form of release and healing. So very good. Interesting. So news and announcements. Let's see. What do we have? I've got a post-nasal drip, everybody. So I apologize if you hear this like ruggedness today coming out and I keep clearing my throat. So I woke up with that. Fun stuff. Also clearing and releasing. And I've had a lot of throat chakra activations. We're going to talk about that with the empathy forecast. So news and announcements. First and foremost, the Oracles of the Light and I did not put out our newsletter for August, and we are not having a monthly spiritual development circle for August. So I just want everybody to know that in case you missed that. We're taking a break so that we can focus on the fact that we have opened up our Temple of Light Healing Sanctuary in person. Well, we've reopened. We had been closed since March, since COVID. And we did not decide to open until the first week of August. So we just now opened up for in-person healing sessions with myself and Karen. Karen is a sound and vibrational energy therapist. She works with the tuning forks, the ancient solfeggio frequencies, as well as the planetary tuning forks. It is an incredibly powerful sound healing session. If you're interested in more information, you can go over to Oracles of the Light, even on our website or our Facebook page, and you should see more information about our sessions and services, and you can book a one-on-one session with her in person. I am offering in-person Reiki sessions as well as my Aurora light body healing sessions. So these sessions are very intricate and complex, and they're very unique to each individual at each session. So each time you come, it is a new layer of what we are working with and working through to assist you in activating your light body, which is coming really back into, to keep it really short and sweet, we're working through all of your major bodies, your energy body. So your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, your spiritual body, and your light body. And we are working with these to really bring you into expanding consciousness, to clear out and heal any wounds that you might be carrying in your biofield, working with ancestral blockage removal, ancestral DNA, karmic repatterning, DNA repair, as well as working with your chakras, as well as working with your, stress relief, energy blockage removal. They really are very in-depth sessions. They do consist of light language, vocal toning, Reiki, crystal healing, and some sound therapy. So more information about those sessions as well are also on Oracles of the Light website, as well as our Facebook page. If you're interested in booking a session with me in person, you can do that there as well. Okay. Lindsay is offering currently she's offering a new reading special for the month. And it's a really cool one. It's called Archangel Gabriel Messages. And really what it's about is Archangel Gabriel is the communicator angel who does and has been known to bring about divine messages and assisting people with really helping them to come into alignment with their life role or their life purpose. Most importantly, I think most pronouncedly, Archangel Gabriel is known as the messenger angel that did come to Mother Mary to let her know that she would be carrying the Son of God, or the Messiah, if you will, and that this was her divine role. So Lindsay is calling forward Archangel Gabriel's energy to bring forward communication readings and really just helping you understand what areas you may have a block with communication, where you could use a little bit more strengthening in communication, as well as what is your ultimate communication role, really what is where you excel at communicating, if you will. So it's a really powerful reading. I had one done with her and I really loved it, and it put a lot of pieces together, even for me. So definitely something to look into. The offer is on Oracles of the Light Facebook page. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, it is $40. Just want to make sure I'm not mistaken, but I do believe it is $40. So reach out if you're interested in that, and I'll try to remember to share it to Magical Me Too so you can find it easier. But you should see it on Oracles of the Light Facebook page. Okay. Hello, Di. You are not late. I'm still going through news and announcements. So welcome and thank you for being here. Divine timing, my dear. So, the Spiral Temple, my online sacred feminine school, my baby, my passion, my purpose, my calling. Years and years ago, you've heard me talk about this before. Years ago, I was guided to start an online sacred feminine temple, working with the energy of the goddess, or the sacred feminine, the Sophia, the feminine Christ, whatever you would like to refer to it as, the feminine aspect of source or creator. And I was guided to bring forward that energy with her many representatives. So the many different goddess energies, from Mary Magdalene to the goddess Isis, to Kuan Yin, to Lakshmi, to Rhiannon, to many other different goddess aspects, as well as working with the wheel of the year and the seasons to help to bring women into healing their sacred feminine wounds within them, to help them come back into alignment with their divinity, their sovereignty, as well as activating or embodying the sacred feminine within them again, and bringing that more into a balance, into alignment, into harmony. As we know that throughout the last few thousands of years, that sacred feminine energy has been repressed in not only women, as well as within men, as well as within Mother Earth and within the world, so within everything. And as above, so below. And how we assist in healing the collective and in healing the world is by healing ourselves. So I have 2 different levels in the Spiral Temple. Level 1 is open for registration to new registrants, those who find themselves called to working with different feminine energies, to embody that energy within themselves, to bring that healing within themselves. And every month on a 10-month journey, I like to refer to it as like the gestational journey. As you know, that we are pregnant for a full 9 months for those of us who actually do, have children. We are usually pregnant for a full 9 months, which works out to be about 10 months. So this is that rebirthing of yourself. And level 1 is all about the spiral journey within, healing your own core wounds and really learning how to begin to rise up and transcend some of those wounds. So we do work with the dark goddess aspects as well. We work with the shadow energies, our own shadows. We work with the womb and sexuality wounds, forgiveness, mercy, compassion. Very, very powerful healing journey. So if you are interested, it is now available to sign up. Registration closes September 21st. After that point, it shuts down for the entire 10 months and will not be offered again until next year. The course is $150 for 10 months, but that breaks down to be $15 a month. It does allow you to pay either in full or to pay 2 installment payments of $75. So once in the beginning of the course and once at the beginning of the new year. So it is all pre-recorded videos, so you can watch them on your own time. You do not have to be live. Pre-recorded videos and handouts. But every month we do, you have the option to choose to meet. We go live on Zoom video conferencing and come together to just connect with your sisterhood and those who are also on this journey along with you. We do have a Facebook support group that is private for all of you to interact, share your experiences, connect with one another, as well as for me to assist and support with anything that you may have experienced and any questions you may have. So it's a very powerful bonding journey with others as well as really with yourself. There are many different activities that you are given to work with throughout the year so that you can really fully anchor and embody these energies. I also do live healing transmissions with channeling those goddess energies that we work with as well. So if you're interested, once again, the event has been created. It's on my page here on Magical Me as well as on Oracles of the Light. And sign-up information can be found there as well as on my website, www.magicalme.com/Spiral Temple. All right, if you need any assistance with signing up for that, let me know. For those of you who have graduated and completed level 1, level 2 is now open for registration. This is our as above and so below journey where we begin to become the divine conduits, the bridge between heaven and earth, the priestesses that are ready to begin to anchor their power, learning how to access their power and work with things such as tree magic, our shaman guides, our druid guides, working with rays of creation, sacred drumming. Again another 10-month journey. So those of you who have already graduated from level 1, registration for 2 is now open. And I will be accessing a level 3 in sometime soon with my soul sister, Karen, and we will be talking more about that when the time comes. But for now, this is a very powerful journey, very transformational journey. So if you're interested, please reach out and let me know. Kathleen says, have you thought of doing these classes on Udemy, the online school? I haven't heard of that one. But I have actually looked into quite a few. Teachable is one of them. Learn It Live is another one. And honestly, I just really didn't like the flow of some of them, and the costs were incredibly expensive for some. So I'll have to look into that. But the way that we're doing this now is on private Facebook group, and they're already pre-recorded videos. So these are already being hosted privately. And basically, it's just a matter of me sharing them in the private group. So, oh, Carmela, I love you. Thank you, sweetheart. Yes, I'm so excited. Hopefully the beginning of next year that will be coming. So fingers crossed. But thank you for the mention. Since you have the videos already, all you would need to do is set it up and poof, another avenue. Yeah, it's pretty much already set up and good to go. So I really don't have to do too much, but I will definitely check it out. So I appreciate that, because when level 3 comes, we may be looking to do something a little bit more flowing, if that makes sense. So yeah, thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate that. Hi, Flo. As I said, flowing. Hi, Lynette. Hi, Angie. Welcome, Lala. Welcome. Okay, so as of now, I do really think that's all that's new that's coming out, at least for now. I do offer Usui Online Reiki certification for anybody who's interested. Due to COVID, I did actually take these classes online. So you are able to work with me and learn Reiki and learn how to take the power of healing into your own hands, all remotely. So if that's something that you're interested in too, please feel free to reach out and message me. And it's a private group where you do learn that in with pre-recorded videos, instruction, and then we have a live one-on-one private energy attunement where you will be attuned to Usui Reiki level 1. All right. I think that's all. Whew, it's quite a bit. Patiently waiting. I appreciate that. Yes, Courtney and Lynette. Thank you, ladies. Okay, some of my lovely past students here and soul sisters. And that's another thing I want to mention about the Spiral Temple. I talked about this today on the Cosmic Heart a little bit. And it is just truly my passion and my calling. And it makes me feel fulfilled to be able to do this work. And I have met in this process my own soul family, my own sisters of light, and you see them commenting now. In being able to present this information to them and work with them, we found our bond, we found our link, and that's something that I hope to be able to facilitate at the very least for everyone. For the connections across space and time are just incredible. So, all right, energy empathy forecast. Ooh, it's been an interesting weekend. I don't know about all of you. Last week's message on Moonday was all about courage, right? And it was all about that light, finding that light and being the light in the darkness and really beginning to embody our own light. And this weekend, I think we did talk a little bit about speaking up, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like we did. But this weekend, I have to tell you that I really felt like my throat chakra was open and expanded in ways that could be, could go either way there. But it really was, I really felt like I was called to just speak truth in many different situations for many different circumstances. Part of us coming into our own sovereignty and authentic self is having a fully functional and open throat chakra as well. So that's very important because it's also how we express ourselves and how we live through expression, if you will. So I'm going to catch up to all of your comments in a second, so I don't want you to think I'm ignoring. Hey, Lena Love. Welcome. So I really did at times also feel like some of that expression that was coming out was a bit bold, and it was a bit, I don't know if I want to use the word brutal, but it was very like not holding back. And at first I questioned it because, there's this fine line between honoring your shadows and indulging in them. So at first I kind of questioned that, like, Jamie, don't indulge, don't take an opportunity to, say something nasty or mean, which it wasn't nasty. It was bringing awareness, I guess, and just not really kind of hiding about it. And at first I wanted to, like I said, kind of chide myself for it. But after thinking about it for a little while and speaking to people about it, because I wanted to like communicate that how I was speaking. I wanted to really get an outside perspective. Was I being a little bit too brazen? And the perspective that was brought to me was that how can people ever make changes? Or sometimes there's a fine line too between enabling, harsh truth. And I'm feeling like my throat is starting to tickle. So it's telling me right now, because I don't want to come off as sounding like I was being really cruel. So I'm trying to hold back with how I was really expressing it. So I'm shutting it down right now. So 1 second. And that was the message from Spirit this weekend. And I definitely feel like it had to do with the Lionsgate portal, because that's that Sirius energy that we talked about from the star system Sirius. And that is also divine truth that comes through with that Blu-ray energy that they embody. So it was really about being very vocal and communicative and doing it in a way that might not have been my norm, but it was a way that it needed to be received. And I was actually reminded that it was actually more masculine than I was used to. And it was necessary because especially the communication that was coming out was a little bit towards like the people, not that they were masculine, but they were men. Some of them I had a communication with. And it was the way that they could understand it was how it was presented to me. And that really was like, it resonated with me, it kind of blew my mind. And it needed to come out in that way for them to really fully understand it. And so there's this no holding back. And what I was trying to do was make sure that I was really in alignment with my heart space, because I don't want to come off nasty or brutal or cruel ever. But I definitely needed to communicate in a truth that they resonated with and understood. And it really was effective in that way. And it did. They did actually accept it, I guess you could say. So it's a very fine balance, but even when we think that we're doing the right thing by holding back or sugarcoating things that we're saying, we're actually doing ourselves a disservice. So it's important to communicate authentically. It is important to communicate honestly, and it is important to be transparent. And then this is how boundaries get established. This is how people learn. This is how we learn and how relationships learn and grow. So, and I see Kathleen saying, learning where we set our personal boundaries and what we will and will no longer accept. Yeah, where we draw our lines, that's absolutely 100% it. And that's what it was. It needed to come out in that way. And it was even, that was my energy. I felt really raw, and I was like, afterwards, I was like, I'm saying to like one of my friends when I'm telling the story, I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad. Like, I feel sorry. I was feeling guilt about it. But it absolutely needed to occur. And so it doesn't have to be in my same scenario, but I do feel like truth is being asked to be facilitated right now. And when we hold that back, when we swallow it down, even like I was just trying to do, I wasn't trying to tell you the full extent of what I really was like. And Spirit's like, you're doing it again. And I felt that tickle like I was going to choke. You're shutting yourself down. So you'll notice that. And you heard me say I'm also experiencing postnasal drip right now. It's my clearing and my releasing. It's how that blockage that I broke through is actually clearing right now on my physical. So let me just make sure I'm good before I keep going. I saw my connection went in and out. So can everybody see me okay? I hope we're not going to do this again, Spirit. Yes, Rosemaria, in a loving way. In a loving way. You haven't been able to say it. Okay, well, maybe you're not meant to. You don't have to be harsh and cruel, but authentic. That's the best word I can say. And honor yourself. No one's going to understand you if we're sugarcoating it and pussyfooting around it. All right, I almost didn't say that word, but I did it anyway. Lessons of Throat Chakra 101. All right. Hi, Lori. Welcome, sweetie. Thank you for that, Courtney. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hi, Roxana. With that said, I felt this crazy, incredible, invigorating energy moving through my body. It's like electricity, and I'm flooded with all of these inspirational ideas, and it's like fire, and I feel like I need to express it also. So it's like another form of expression is putting something into action. I literally got done doing the Cosmic Heart Show today at 2 p.m. I think I spent a little bit of time talking to my daughter, and by 3 p.m. I was working and I was getting everything out that needed to be done for getting the temple ready to go, and the last of the finalizing touches on it, if you will. And I did that up until about a half hour before I had to be live here. I met with the oracles and we had some, amazing business meeting, and all of these amazing ideas that have been coming out. We worked together, we shared them, and there's so much amazing stuff coming. I cannot wait to share it. Not ready yet, but I can't wait to share it. And that's what it is. It's about the reevaluating how you've been doing things, whether it's still serving you, whether it is serving, then you're looking at how you can do it differently. How can you be more efficient? So interesting that Kathleen brought up I don't know if I'm saying it right, Udemy. So yeah, like finding the ways to do things more efficiently, more effectively, and even embodying more of your authenticity in your work now, doing things the way that you want to do them, and seeing things from a different perspective. And I think we talked about that in last week's Moonday Message, where it was an opportunity to see things from a different perspective now. So that energy has rushed me. I don't know how all of you have been feeling, but I really feel like I want to just run 1,000 places at once. Like I just want, I'm like leaping out of my skin in different directions to get new things on, in movement, if you will. So if you're experiencing that energy, I will tell you that how you can work with it is to sit down and like grab a notebook and like create yourself almost like a vision board, but like, kind of like a web that here's what's happening, here's the idea, and then start working, how can I create this? Also, anything else that you're currently got going on, this was also a great opportunity for me to reevaluate other things that I had going on and asking myself if they were still serving me, and that I had to, in order to hone in on some of that energy that's coming in to work with these new things, I had to actually look at what isn't really working and serving, and I had to let go of some things. So this energy is wonderful for that right now. It's serving you to make those changes, because this is really about us embodying our passions. Remember, we're timeline jumping here, moving into a new timeline, which is a whole new course of action. If you want to change your course of action and make it work more in your favor, then you do really have to reflect on all of those things that are coming in, how you can put them forward versus just have 1,001 things floating in your mind, and letting go of some of the things to clear the space, to free up your energy and your time. Okay. Oh, Roxanne, it's good to have you here too. I miss you so much, sweetheart. Karen and I were just talking about you the other day. We do. We really miss you. Kathleen says, being true to yourself, we as humans fight with constantly. It is. You're right. It is a hard task to walk the talk. What does not work needs to go. Yeah, you're right. 100% there. We absolutely talk ourselves down a lot, talk ourselves out of things a lot. And another big, big thing you hear me say a lot is learning the difference between priority management, not time management. So it's about really making those priorities, or your ideas, and making you a priority. Yeah. And that's also where the throat comes in, because sometimes we got to vocalize what is encroaching on our time and boundaries. And we really do need to communicate it, speak up in a way, and assert our boundaries. Okay. All right. So I think that's really it. I did notice a really huge, interesting wave of irritability yesterday. Not just with myself, but more so with others. I noticed it in other people, especially my family members. I do think that it has a little bit to do with the Mars energy. And Aries, because the moon was in Aries, and it did shift into, I could be mistaken, Meredith, you want to chime in? I think it was Taurus, if I can remember correctly. My days are blurring, everybody, so I apologize, because Aries could have been like 3 days ago, and I thought it was yesterday. So the energy, I noticed that when Aries comes in with the moon, because the moon is that underlying, not expressed, not internal, or not externalized, not dealt with energy sometimes, and the emotional stuff. Aries is that agitator energy, or catalyst, you could even refer to it as, that brings it kind of up to be expressed and dealt with. So that made for people who are sensitive, or people who don't understand this type of stuff. It made for like kind of reckless emotions. So yes, okay, thank you for that, sweetheart. Moon in Taurus today, which I felt like it actually did bring a shift in energy and emotions. And Taurus is definitely much more heart-centered, but there's still something hanging out and lingering there that isn't fully, that feeling of just like, everything's just great. Everything's a great day. I'm having a great day. So it doesn't fully feel like that, which I thought it would when the moon shifted, but it doesn't. So there's still something hanging out there emotionally, and that agitator energy. But remember why it's there. The agitation is to bring it up and out. So finding ways to do that positively, constructively, is the best way to go about that. All right. It's very dangerous territory we're in with those throat chakras right now. But, remember, there's the fine balance between indulging and honoring. Honor, absolutely. Try not to indulge. Try not to be so lashing. Okay, that's different. All right. I think that's it. So, what is going on this week? Last week was amazing. How did all of you feel about last week? Because I felt like it was amazing. I felt like the weekend was amazing. I'm hoping we're going to keep that motivation going this week. I have not looked at the forecast and the astrology, so I can tell you that I'm blind going into this right now. I have no idea what's coming. It's probably a good thing that I don't know that. So, okay. So with that said, I want to stay on the path that we were working with those cards last week because I really loved it, and I do love the energy that it brought. So we're going to work once again with the Heal Yourself reading cards by Mendez-Magickal. There goes Anubis, expressing his throat chakra. Okay. So, let's everybody take a nice deep breath in and just bring in nice, calming, relaxed energy. And as you release that breath, let all that tension in your body just flow out. Unclench your jaw. Oh, here goes the howling. Look at that, my little wolves. Throat chakras, man. It's going to come up in this reading. It's really going to come up in the reading. Hi, Martha. Welcome, beautiful. You are in perfect timing. We are just about to do the Moonday message. So I apologize for the wolves in the back, but apparently they're something to howl about down there. Okay. All right. So let's see what guidance comes forward for the world as a collective's highest and greatest good for the week of August 10th, 2020. Oh, bam. Dreams. I love this card. As we talk about, this card always reminds me of power animals too. I talk about this whenever I pull this card. I'm not even talking about dreams. I'm talking about power animals with this card. So it always reminds me of power animals. And I do have to tell you that one of my power animals, because I have a power animal and then I have a wisdom animal. And my power animal is a wolf. Not lying. I can't make this up. I could, but I'm not. Okay, so it says dreams, but it's a number 3. And I talked about the number 3 today too with my daughter. And the number 3 is that creation energy, isn't it, Martha? Thank you. It's that creation energy. It's about that spark of fire that I was talking about earlier, that inspiration, that birthing energy, that spark of life, and embodying our sacred creatrix, whether you're feminine or masculine, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. We all have that fire creatrix energy within us, and embodying that to bring forth the inspiration to fulfill or achieve dreams. Not just the dreams we have when we sleep. Your goals, your dreams, those ambitions, those inspirations, those callings that you just you can't live life without them, without having the potential to fulfill them and achieve them. Those things, So 3 is also the number of beginning a new cycle. Really starting something new. So that really resonates with what we've talked about between last week and this week with the timeline jumping into the new. So that's a really powerful message, I think, for all of us, considering where we were last week. Wasn't it also a 3? It was. It was a 30. And so it was a 3. And it was courage. Having the courage to carry your own light, be your own light in that darkness, and really make that leap, make those changes, do what you needed to do. So now you can see the energy kind of wrapping up and following up on that we are now creating a new cycle. We are in this process of starting something brand new. And so, yes, it does have to do with our dreams. So this week, it's important for us to really tap into what I talked about, the inspiration, and how I was reflecting on what, not only what needed to go, but those new ideas that I have. Instead of them being ideas, we need to get them out of here, because here is just the ether, and there's so much potential here, but it can't come out of here until there's that spark of life that brings it into manifest. So it's like the process of spirit into matter. So we need to bring it out somehow. So how you can do that in the most simplest form is to write it down on paper. I talk to my students about this a lot when we are working with manifesting. You have all these things that you want to achieve and create within your mind, but that's only one minor piece of the process, is thinking about it, wanting it, setting intention, taking it from your mind, putting it into the physical on actual paper, and drawing yourself a plan. Like I said, like create a vision board layout, but not that it's a vision board that this is like one day I hope to achieve this. No, this is what I'm working on right now. This is what I am going to put out into the universe, into this reality. And I'm going to, here's my goal. Let's say I want to open up a yoga studio. So maybe that's for somebody because I really just, that came out of nowhere. I want to open up a yoga studio. That's my main vision. And I'm going to put that on my piece of paper there. Around that, I'm going to have all of the little branches that I can, what's the first step I need to take to achieve that? I need to look into, maybe I need to look into my savings, or maybe I look into how I can bring about ways to make savings. So what can I do to bring in a little bit of extra money? Maybe I can put aside $20 a week, $50 a week, whatever it might be. Maybe it is about you looking into how to go to the process of creating your business online with the state and starting your business license, or getting your business license, or getting your tax ID. Whatever it might be, I want you to write it down and list each step that you have to do, and then work each day, or however often you are able, on achieving each one of those individual mini goals for the big goal. So you can do that with many dreams and goals at once, and however many go in alignment with what you're trying to work toward. These could also be emotional things, behavioral things, habitual things. So maybe it's quitting smoking. Maybe that's one of your dreams. There's nothing wrong with that. That's also a really positive dream and aspiration to have. So maybe it is overcoming a very serious physical or emotional trauma. And maybe you're taking the next steps as to how you can do that. I'm taking self-healing classes. I'm speaking to a spiritual healer or a therapist. So what is it that you can do for yourself to start to not only achieve the dreams, but to achieve each individual step? Because if you have just one idea of a dream and there's a million steps floating around that have to be taken in order to achieve that, it can sometimes be defeating and really make you feel like there's just so much. I don't know how I'm ever going to accomplish any of this. I'm just going to put it on the back burner, and you give up. We don't want to do that. So you want to write it down and get it out into paper, and then taking action towards that is also another way of bringing it into the physical reality. So really devising your plans, really sitting down and evaluating how you can do things. And if you already have a business, maybe you want to revamp it. I feel like COVID, closing everything with the isolation and then reopening, it's almost a brand new blessing that it's presenting us as a way to expand ourselves. Because let's face it, we are not the same. None of us are from when we went into the COVID thing, or this COVID thing. COVID-19, sorry. I'm going to want to say the specific terminology there. None of us are the same. And we came out completely different in some way or another. And if you've been doing healing and self-work throughout that isolation process, you are absolutely not the same. And so you're going to have an expanded consciousness now. You're seeing differently. You feel different. And so it's now time for you to raise up the energy and the vibration of whatever it is that you're already working on. So whether that is maybe you already have a business, maybe that is your goals, maybe that was like degrees that you were working on. It's time for you to evaluate what you really want. Don't put qualifications on it. If I could do this, what? I think we had that conversation the other day where it was like, if I could do this without having to worry about this, and this, all the other mundane things there that, really hold us back from achieving things because we get too much into the whole, I need to be secure. I need to do this. I need to have all of this first. If you didn't have to worry about any of that stuff, what would you do? What do you want to do? Now's the time to get those dreams out, to start working, because the energy is supporting you. The energy, and you powerful creators, you are here helping to make it happen. You are more powerful than we really give ourselves credit for. A lot of us. It's that whole program thought of, I've got to wait for circumstances to happen to me, instead of understanding that it's you who make those circumstances happen. You are the universe. Okay. And I actually want to share something. I shared it on Magical Me, but some of you may have not seen it. And this channeled inspirational message came through to me from my higher self, or the universe. And so I wrote, the universe said to me, you've got to stop playing small if you want to be big. Life is what you put into it. And if you are playing half in, you will only ever receive half you could be. So I thought that was really incredible. And it just makes it look so much different, that it's so true. It's me. It's what I'm doing to hold myself back. It's what I'm not putting into it, so really powerful message. I'm amazed at how it's all really kind of flowing together. But also your dreams. We're going to talk about your actual dreams when you go to sleep. You are the universe. Love that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you are in it, right? The universe that is you. Hi, Laura Love. Welcome. So about halfway through the Moonday message, and everything will be here on replay, but I just wanted to give you a heads up where we're at. Hello, Boguslava. Welcome, beautiful. Thank you for being here. All right. So we talked a little bit about this. People had said that they are experiencing very vivid dreams right now. Some may be experiencing what I refer to as shadow or release dreams. They might be a little disturbing, and that is for a really good reason. It's bringing your shadows up, some repressed emotions or triggers that need to happen in order for you to recognize what needs to be released. So it's really important for you to pay attention to your dreams right now and really do what I talked about earlier with grabbing those notebooks and, those journals. And as soon as you wake up in the morning, jotting down any little piece that you remember, even if it's not a lot, I often notice that when I actually start writing, even if I'm typing it, like on my phone or something, all the pieces actually start to, where I only saw like bits and pieces that I can remember, like, I don't know, like Joey got into a car, and then I remember there being a school, and I remember then there, maybe somebody was yelling at the lunch lady, When I write it down, I actually begin in my mind to see an entire story play out, and I can put all the pieces together. So really work with your dreams, okay? And so that this way you can help understand what they're trying to teach you, because there could be things that are being released right now, and your higher self or your family of light are working with you in this dream state, trying to, or show you through your subconscious of what is there repressed, and it's blocking forward movement. So it's important for you to acknowledge this in some way. And sometimes all you need is the awareness, and that's it. All right. And then you go from there. Some of the dreams that are coming through might actually be goals. They might be things that you're being shown to try to achieve, to have a better understanding of. So there's messages very powerfully coming through at this time. And I believe somebody mentioned, was it Julie, mentioned that the tiger is your power animal, right? Yes, you did. You said your power animal is a tiger, which is interesting. And the Oracles and I actually did a power animal class. It is still available for purchase. It's pre-recorded. It's on our website, again, under the online courses or under offerings, one of the two. So if you're interested in learning how to work with a power animal, I would say that that's incredibly beneficial, especially when you're going through things, a period of change. You can call on your power animal to assist you in loaning their magic, in helping give you that strength and the protection that you need to go through whatever you might be going through. You also kind of shapeshift into your power animal and can take on their abilities. So it's a very cool course. It's very interesting. I actually discovered a wisdom animal, and we talk all about that in the course as well. A wisdom animal as well as a power animal. So interesting stuff. So if you're interested, it's there, it's available for you. But if you already know your power animal, and there's a difference between power animals, totem animals, and spirit animals, everybody. We also talk about that in the course. But if you do know your power animal, or even if it's your spirit animal, you want to call them on, this is a great time to assist them, or to ask them to come in and assist you in helping give you the strength, helping give you the courage, which I find is fascinating that we have a tiger and they're all about that, courage type of energy, that roar. And we've got the lion's gate energy, so the lions, I believe, are meant to represent the Lyrans that are also Syrian beings. You've seen them all throughout ancient Egypt, and all the lion energy and the feline energy. They are called Lyrans, so they're feline, both lion and tiger energy. So this is not a coincidence. They're still working with us. We can call on our Syrian brethren, our Lyran brethren, to assist us in facilitating our goals, coming more into alignment with our life purpose, and working with them in that way. But also we can call in our power animals and ask them to assist us in loaning their strength, their courage to make these changes that we might need to make in our lives. And to really give us, think about when you're going to do something new, like trying to achieve a big dream. You might want to launch a new business. You're going to take this really bold leap of faith, right? That's scary as hell. I know, I've been there. Scary. So you might want to call in. You don't want to have those fears and doubts holding you down and blocking you. You can call in your power animal to assist you in facilitating whatever task you're working through too. It's funny that both of my wolves downstairs started howling, and the wolf is my power animal. So really, really awesome stuff. Awesome message. I really love this message for this week. So we are working with making our dreams reality, everybody. All right. So let me see what I missed here. Rosemary says 3 is my favorite number. Love that. Then this message is deeply and equally for you. Angie says they have their own message to add to yours, some sound therapy. Oh, awesome. Let's see. Quitting smoking was a topic of conversation for me last night, Courtney says. Oh, well then, interesting, my love. No coincidences, you know that. Flo says, so true. Dawn says, I just said that yesterday. I'm not the same person I was. Yeah, we're not. And that's a wonderful thing. It's really making us look at things differently, isn't it? And that's the whole flow here. It's all about changing in perspective. Laura says, I came in at the right time, had a really weird, scary dream last night. Oh, wow. Was it mine? Not last night, the night before. I wouldn't say it was scary. It was an unsettling dream I had, and it was weird. For sure weird, because it didn't make a lot of sense to me. But I broke down the symbolism and I understood the message. But yeah, so you could do that. Laura, I believe you took the dream course, didn't you? If I'm not mistaken. Rosemary says, I had a dream where I was flying. I hadn't flown in a while. Because you were flying, you were traveling, my love. Laura says, my power animal, I had a staring contest today. I actually is super close to the rabbit that's been frequenting our backyard. Well then, what is the rabbit saying to you? So clearly your power animal wants to come in for something. Martha says, where can I find the course? Are you talking about the power animal one, hun? So it actually was right before you joined our spiritual development circle. It was I think it might have been the second one that we offered. So if you go onto our website, www.oraclesofthelight.com, and then go to offerings. So it's not online courses. It's a different tab at the top that says offerings. It might be the last one. And underneath that, you'll see all our past Spirit Circle classes, and you'll find the Power Animal one there. Okay? And then just send me a message when you do. This way I know, or even if you want to, when it asks you to pay, put the little memo in as to which one you're purchasing, because I know they're all the same price, and PayPal we don't have it set up yet that way. And just let me know, and then I will send you the information. Okay? Rosemary says, I can see people's totem animals. Oh, wow. Really? That's incredible. What an amazing gift. So the power and totems are different. They're different, but it's easily confused. So you really could be looking at power animals thinking that they're totem animals. Do you know what I'm saying? Or you could be looking at totem animals thinking they're power animals. So it's very confusing. We had an interesting time when we were sitting down trying to break it down, figuring out the difference. But I kind of think they all really go hand in hand anyway. But you'll see, if that's something that you're interested in, that course is there to tell you the difference. But you may very well be actually seeing the power animals and just calling it totem animals. It's really used interchangeably too sometimes. Ooh, bear. Lindsay too. Hers is bear. Hi, Heather. Welcome, beautiful. Yes, you know that you can catch the replay, but you are in perfect timing for Mudra. Hi, Scarlett. How do you find out what is your spirit animal and power animals? I'm new to all this, but I believe I am very sensitive to things. So, if you didn't catch the rest of that, I'm not sure when you came in, Scarlett, but welcome and thank you for being here. And anything that you missed, you can catch it back on replay. But if you wanted to go onto our website, oraclesofthelight.com, find that offering section, you'll see all the past spirit circle classes. Power animals is one of them. And you can purchase a pre-recorded video. I want to say, guys, I think it's only like $20. So you'll get the pre-recorded video from when we already taught the class with all that information. And you can look it up before, see if something that you're called to. And then we also send a PDF handout to go along with that. Laura says, I got a dream reading from you. I don't think I took the dream course. Okay. Maybe consider it. If you feel like you keep getting called to working with the dreams, maybe something to consider. There are 12 videos in that dream course. So you get a lot of information. Okay. Welcome, Deborah. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the mudra, everybody, and I will get back to the rest of the comments that I may have missed. Hi, Cindy. Welcome, lovely. Okay. So mudras are a very powerful tool that you can use. Anybody can use these. But a lot of spiritual teachers, especially like yogis, actually work with mudras on a regular basis. Angie Walters is our mudra yogi, who's always working with these much more in depth and intricately than even I do. And mudras are, first of all, the word is Sanskrit. And Sanskrit is a very powerful ancient language, believed to be one of the first languages on earth, as well as a form of light language. So it does bring about within itself very powerful light codes and healings and activations. But within our hands, we do have palm chakras. Within our fingers, we do have triggers that are connected to the elements. So when you form these mudras, because the word mudra actually translates to seal, so when you form these seals with your hands, known as, symbols or gestures, these actually form energetic seals that are aligned with your energy centers known as your chakras, as well as each chakra is aligned and connected to your energy bodies and the many different layers of our energy body that we do have. From your physical, your emotional, your spiritual, spiritual is your consciousness, your spiritual and your mental bodies. These work with activating those energy centers, which then sends energy into and really flows that life force energy, that pranic energy through your energy centers, through your body, through those layers to clear out and alleviate energy blockage and promote overall well-being. And when we have that free-flowing life force energy, you can see the alleviation of a lot of physical discomfort, physical illness, a lot of emotional traumas, and all of that can be released to bring you into balance, bring you into a harmonic flow, but also to awaken and bring you into that place of expansion in your consciousness and really bring you into that place of enlightenment. So these are very powerful tools that are at our disposal and really take a matter of minutes to work with. And there are hundreds upon hundreds of different mudras. So very powerful mind, body, spirit, and consciousness tools, if you will. Some of them actually come with a caution. So if the one that we have does have a caution, I will let you know before we actually use it, because we are going to work with the mudra together today. And if it does come with caution, I'll let you know. But the reason that they do is just because they really do channel energy into your energy centers. So let's say you're already experiencing a physical issue in one of those areas that the mudra connects with. What it's going to do is maybe overstimulate and possibly aggravate that area. So I will let you know in advance, and it is your choice if you choose to work with it or not, okay? So I work with one of two decks known as Mudras for Awakening the Energy Body by Alison D. Nicola. She does have another one called Mudras for Awakening the Five Elements, okay? So I will pull a mudra for what we most need going into the energy of this week to really go hand in hand with our message, and then we will work with this mudra together, okay? So what mudra comes forward for the collective good for the week of August 10th, 2020? Ooh, yes, this makes so much sense with the throat chakra. It is the Brahmara mudra. Angie, were we not talking about this one? Did this not come up? Was this not the B mudra? Am I mistaken? No, it is. It's the Brahmara, right? After the Brahmara goddess. Okay, so it's associated with breath. So clearly, everybody, this is throat chakras. Oh man, I'm not sure if I need any more of this. Well, it's facilitating what we most need. So yes, right? We were just talking about this last Monday. And I think and I reached out to you about, we know things. All right. So there is no caution with this. So although I probably should say, let my energy forecast be caution to everybody when these throat chakras get open and activated, because that's what this is about to do. So it assists with ease, boundaries. I'm trying not to really laugh because we talked all about this. So the boundaries. So how do you think that's about to happen with your throat chakra? You're going to have to communicate them. And immunity, which is amazing. So working with that immune system, which is so important, especially with, COVID and what we're going through right now, boosting your immune system. We don't talk about that enough, everybody. So working with your immunity. Yes. So benefits, it relieves allergies and nasal congestion. Did I say I have postnasal drip? Assists immune system, opens and directs breath to the head and the sinuses. Oh, Angie also said she shared the card. When did you do that? Today, or was it last? It was last week, right? Last week. I was going to say, if you did it today too, that's freaking incredible. All right, so we're going to do this together, everybody. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring the tip of the index finger to touch the base of the thumbs, okay? So you can see it down there. And then you are going to touch the tip of the thumb to the top of the middle finger. So hard to show you guys this way. And then you're going to allow your other fingers to extend outward, just like that, okay? And I do apologize, but I always talk about this. This one finger just doesn't, it does whatever this one's doing. So I don't know what's going on with that, but imagine. That's what it looks like. All right, and we're going to do that with both hands. So again, index finger, base of the thumb, take the top of the thumb, touch the middle finger's tip, and the other two extend outwardly. And then we are going to actually rest the backs of the hands on your tops of your thighs with the palms facing up. Okay? Oh, yes, to me. Oh, Laura says, I do. Throat chakra keeps coming up for me. It does. Hi, Jerry. Welcome, beautiful. Okay, everybody. So I'm going to have you take this nice, deep, cleansing breath in through your nose. And blow the breath out of your mouth. Again, nice deep breath in through your nose. Release. Again, we're going to do this 4 more times. So deep breath in. Release. Again, nice deep breath in through your nose. And release. Breathe in. Release. Last one, deep breath in. And release. And you can state, I sense and open to perfect balance and breath. I sense and open to perfect balance and breath. I sense and open to perfect balance and breath. And you can open your eyes. And so it is. All right. That is the mudra for the week. I will take a photo of it and post it on my page so that you can save it to your phone or your computer and then work with it all week long, at least once a day. And it is only going to assist us in facilitate that healing, that growth, and clearly that courage that you need. All right. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here and tuning in with me on this very lengthy moon day. Much love to you all. I appreciate your support, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday and hearing all about this week's activities. All right. Bye.